Hey guys, so as you might have noticed, I took a break from streaming and posting videos for about a month. The reason for that was that I put a little bit too much time and energy into trying to learn and practice a new strategy for Pokemon Yellow. I needed to take a step back and let my hands recharge, but now I'm back and I'm ready to share with you guys this new strategy. So basically what it is in Virdian Forest in Pokemon Yellow, we manipulate a 1% Pidgeotto encounter, a level 9 Pidgeotto, and use Pikachu to weaken the Pidgeotto, but not kill it. Part of the fight is manipulated so that it goes pretty well in the first half, and then you need to get a little bit lucky so that the Pidgeotto KOs your Pikachu, and then your level 6 Nidoran comes out to finish it off with the last 2 or 3 turns with Tackle. What this does is inject all the XP into Nidoran, which ultimately allows us to skip an entire trainer in the forest. Now that trainer is notably very slow, taking best case scenario 3 Leers and 7 Tackles to kill. So this strategy winds up saving somewhere in the range of 10 to 30 seconds. It depends on how well it goes. Today, I am gonna walk you guys through the whole thing, show you the process, and I think you'll find it really interesting. Okay, just got hit. So easy. We win. And we skipped the trainer. Skipped the whole ass fucking trainer. Okay, so let us talk about and explain what is going on here. So first off, so right here, this is the last text box of the intro. You have to clear that text box and start flow timer at the same time. That's the most important bit. And that's keeping track of your IGT, which is variable compared to your real time. And that's very important for the strat. Then between here and the Nidomanip, that timer's running, and we need to keep track of and input events that desync the IGT from the expected time, which include HP color bar changing, Pikachu dying, and getting encounters. So then we go Nidomanip, and this is where you'll hear the beeping start, because this is where I start the flow timer for IGT track. So right here, I'm waiting for that beep, and then I save the game to do Nidomanip as usual. And then this is the really annoying part that took me a while to figure out. The time between when you press save and when you reset the GameCube effectively creates a variable in what your IGT is going to be, because intuitively it takes you a different amount of time between the saving the game and that hard reset. So what I did is loosely time that hard reset and for how many letters of saving prints. And that tells me how many frames between when I saved and when I reset there were. And then I have a different offset for each one of those letters that I set. So then we do Nidomanip, except instead of extended being a fun strat that saves 2 seconds, extended manip is now essentially required. Extended manip is really fucking annoying because not only do you have to time and buffer every text box of this entire thing, you also either have to have A or B held for that entire thing. So you'll see on the input viewer, I'll either have A or B held for this entire thing. Time text box, time ball toss, time text box, buffer text box, time text box, buffer this, time text box, time yes, no, time the nickname. You have to time the nickname. You've got 5 frames to fucking nickname it. So then, this is the manip is still going because we did all that. We're manipping no encounters to the save tile for Pidgeotto, where we then have another IGT track. This is the offset with how many letters it took me. Now I'm waiting again for those beeps. Doot, 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 doot. And then we do Pidgeotto Manip, which is a quick little manip, but while having a button pressed, buffer text box, and you'll notice a little flash here on the move select. This is a select buffer. See that little flash? But that sets up a consistent amount of frames to attack with, which manips Thundershock crit, which is really important. Then we buffer that text box. Also, you still have to buffer that and have a button held. Get the crit, and then ideally, I think we were late here. Buffer the crit text box, buffer the super effective text box, buffer fight, select again for the flash, and then Thundershock, which should manip Gust on turn 2. Now, this bit is really f***ing hard and not strictly necessary. It is unreasonable, and this is what broke me, man. Not really my mental, but my physical, because I practiced this for so many hours. So, there are only 2 downsides to this. The first one is that when you don't get a tail whip off, or if you get crit, you can actually just get 1v1'd by this Pidgeotto. And the only other downside, besides, you know, the incredible difficulty, is normally on the old route, you would get level 9 right here after this first Metapod, and you are four experience points short of level 9 here, which changes this Caterpie from a guaranteed 2-shot into, I believe, a 43% 2-shot. And the problem with that is that if he string shots you twice, then you're slower than the last Metapod here, which means he gets his hardens up before you can attack, which turns it from, I think, a likely 3-shot to a likely 5-shot. But that's not that likely to happen either way. But anyway, how worth? Extremely worth. This can save 30 seconds, ideally, I would say, something like that. And it's faster on average for sure, but it's very hard. You have to hit a 5-frame window to manip the Nido IGT. But then, like, it's kind of like Kyogre manip in the sense that depending on which Nido frame you hit, you have a 5-frame window to manip Pidgeotto as well. But if you hit super late on the Nido manip, then you need to know that to aim earlier for Pidgeotto manip. But anyway, that's the new strat. It's really sick. It's really hard. And setting up all your offsets for this is an absolute nightmare on console. Like, actually a nightmare. Hopefully my offsets can help people get closer more quickly because it was absolutely ridiculous. And with that, boys, streaming after a long break, the weekend that we were working on this, I was super excited. Part of the process, you know, trying to come up with solutions and offsets and stuff. I spent probably between helping and actually practicing it close to 30 hours between Friday to Sunday. And then Monday came around and my hands were just fucking dead. No way I was streaming. Putting in all that effort and like all that motivation and then like not being able to apply it was like a huge, I don't know, it hit me really hard. Depression kicked in. One thing led to another and then I didn't stream for a month. So here we are, we're back. And I'm really excited for Yellow now. I put a lot of time into practicing it. There's still parts of my game that are a little shaky, but it'll get better from just playing. Okay, so that was the new Pokemon Yellow strategy / route with Pidgeotto. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be doing runs with this strategy moving forward until I at least get world record. So if you're interested, stop by the stream and I'll see you guys soon.